having with health issues upon that. Yeah, who Madam Robin, can you please come on? Okay.
Yes, thank you, Partha sir, for the invitation that you've given. And it's beautiful to get connected with entrepreneurs, in special with women achievers, right? So it's beautiful. And also, I was quietly listening to the talk of Manjusha ma'am. Right, how was her journey? Is that is a real breakthrough. Really, when we get married and we get kids, to balance both family and work is quite challenging, and and I think it's just God is giving us a grace to blend through things. All right. So I was by professional, I'm a professor, right, a computer science professor. I was teaching to engineering colleges for a decade. As soon as I completed my ME, I started my job at Assistant College of Engineering. After which I got PhD. That time I need to take up a decision to go on to a full time. Then I started my full time research. Once I completed, I joined as a professor and at SBC, and then I moved to Loyola ICAM College, and I had been a professor and HOD for the Department of IT. And this journey was for about 10 years. And that time I had two kids, right? I need to balance family work. Yes, I had different challenges. At one point of time, I always think, I always have this in my lifestyle. Every 5 years, what should I need to do? Right, for the first 5 years, how do I do the next 5 years and next 5 years? So then in 2017, I made a very hard decision to quit my job and to start a research and development company. All right, even when I used to work, I used to conduct workshops. I'll try to be, I will be the resource person, because as rightly said by Manjusha ma'am, learning is a consistent process and it's an everyday process. Whatever we have learned in the syllabus is not what we are going to do. All right, and then I had a great passion on learning new technologies and training people. I always think it's not only learning to ourselves to keep, but to train people on technologies too. And that is where this vision came, right? To have a different dimension on research and development. Then myself and my husband were just mind blowing how to work on with that. Then we started a foundation named as Computational. Research in Computational Intelligence Research Organization. Okay, Computational Intelligence Research Organization, wherein we started with a Section 8 company with the motto of research and development and train people on technologies. And also every time you see internships for students, we brought a new thing of training internship of faculty members. Everything is hands-on, and we work with corporate projects. As I was so happy to see Manjusha ma'am, like last week from Jan 3rd till Jan 7th, I'd been handling FTP on big data analytics like Hadoop, installation of Hadoop, HDFS, Pig, Hive, Cassandra, MongoDB, Apache Spark, and visualization using Tableau. So every time it's a new technology that we learn. So and then we started working on taking students, training them from scratch, and pushing them into companies. And there are as we say, success doesn't depend upon what we get the money that month. Sometimes you get, sometimes it's zero, but still you have an happiness. Okay, I always use this quote as one of my vision. Your desire to change must be greater than your desire to stay the same. I repeat it. Your desire to change, okay, your desire to change must be greater than your desire to stay the same. So we could have stayed on the same college. Okay, I'm not telling the profession is not good, but something it shifts. But by this, during this pandemic time, if you have got a chance, you can check onto my YouTube channel, Doreen Robin. More than 100 plus of videos live streaming, right? And even this entire week, we've got so many events blending out of it. But the success doesn't come. See, when we can really experience the fruit of success or taste of success, only when we experience failure. Okay, well, we taste salt on the food only when it's absence. If there is salt always in the food, we don't know the absence of salt. Okay, same way success and failure is just the same, but the money, the finance is not only thing that is always what do I say, that is not always the happiness factor, but it's a journey, and every day we learn technologies, and also we get connected with people, and there's a beautiful platform what Partha sir has done today, getting connected. We would have not got a chance to get. It's so beautiful to hear, and still waiting to hear from others too. All right, and this is what is on to especially to women achiever. We got time to spend time with the kids, and then we have to blend and whatever. So I start my day morning 4 a.m. I start my day by morning 4 a.m. preparing things and doing the work, blending. And most challenging is that, and one thing was very, very clear: when we communicate with people, we need to be clear and crisp what we are able to do, what we can deliver it. And the next venture that we started with, many people, they are not properly guided on research and development. So we have like one-to-one connection with the researchers. Okay, they come with problem definitions. Then we mindstorm with people and network with people, find solution to problem and train. It doesn't happen like 1 day or 2 days, it takes month, but the end result is so fruitful. And this year we are working with more than 5 to 10 research publications on like SCI journals and WOS, all right, where in which you need to have a real result. Okay, and when you know technology, when you're not, see, a key will fit only for a lock. A key cannot fit for all locks. So same way, people come with different problems, with different ambitions. And how do you take them into it? We need to work, and we need to have dedication and passion towards it. It's not a time defined job. When we become entrepreneurs, it's not sometimes we, myself and my husband, when we start working, we have sleepless nights. Throughout night we need to work to complete products, give it to customers and things, and sometimes we'll be very free waiting for things to happen. So the greatest lesson on entrepreneurship that I have learned is to be patient. Everything doesn't achieve. Sometimes it will be like to the end of it, you're going to get it. Everything looks so good. Wow, 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 matter. But end of it, oh, they don't turn up, they don't take up your calls. Then you know how to adjust it. Okay, this is just a missing job. You have got a better job to achieve it. But whatever it is, what is defined for you, by God's grace, we will receive it. But to be patient is very important. And also one thing that I would like to share: everybody doesn't support you. Okay, everybody doesn't support. What is this? And once I left my job, people said, "You are earning well. Why do you want to leave the job? Why do you want to do this? You're taking a foolish decision." Maybe it may be for them, but it was not an easy journey. The road was very hard with lot of thorns. People prick you. The things happens, but still only one thing: you have a vision. I always like this quote, and this is always my quote: when you have a vision, okay, without an action, it's just a dream. Okay, sometimes we think that I have, when still, if I have not left my job, starting a research and develop company would be just a, it's just a vision, and if there is no action, it become a dream. Okay, a vision without an action is just a dream. When we do an action without a vision, it's just a time pass. Example, if you take a mobile phones, we see keeping Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, it's just an action, but there is no vision. It's just a time pass. Only a vision with an action can bring a major difference. I repeat, a vision with an action. See, we are all entrepreneurs here. Everybody here is an achiever. Okay, Partha sir had a vision to connect people. But only if he has a vision, if it is not conducting events, he consistently conducts some events or the other, right? To get connected with people. Okay, and then a vision with an action always brings a difference. That is what my company came into existence, called Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. I'm so happy to get connected with you, finding even more to do different jobs with you all, for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of the society. And myself and my husband, we are also promoters of SDG. My husband is working as a dean in a Sairam group of institution innovation, and we promote sustainable development goals, how to bring it to technology, to students, because students are the citizens, right? They are going to be the futures of it. So we are also there. My parents They founded a school called Bethel Matriculation School. Now we have CBSE, and I take care of the administration part of the school. And you have got, this is a very big challenging task during this pandemic, but it is we are able to do it because sometimes the students, parents say, "Wow, it's good." Sometimes they say, "No, no, no, no. Why do you conduct online classes?" Then everything you need to have a patience to justify them, make them clear the methodology what we take to them. It's and also as entrepreneurs, we should always listen to what are the other part of positivity that they speak. Then only we can change. It's all a triangle. Every time we cannot be correct, every time will not be wrong, and every time we cannot be good to everybody, every time we cannot be bad to everyone. So it is on our vision, how defined we are, how focused we are, and what is the action that we take, that it impacts people. And that was really challenging. And then we, at every part, I registered this. We are ambassadors of Negali Masila Tamil Nadu, to prevent plastics. So wherever you give talks, you're entrepreneurs, right? You give talks, kindly sparkle it out. It's just a seed. We cannot totally eradicate plastics, but see, we have not chosen those opportunities, just climb to us, right? And avoiding plastic is one of very, very, very important task. And when you speak to 100 people, at least 20 may listen to it. It's not complete avoiding, at least reduction of it, because our ancestors have made the society so good for us to be usable. Are we doing the same? Are we a small task? You cannot make, everybody cannot make a big change in the entire world, but everybody can impact some change onto the others. So we all are change makers, right? I believe, because we are all entrepreneurs, we have taken a different route from others. And that's what, and we have 2021 has been so good with ups and downs. And then once, as a team of a foundation, we went and saw people on the road on December 27th, right? We had a vision of giving bed sheets to people on the platforms. I'm staying in Chennai, near Anna Nagar, that's Ayanavaram. So throughout the places, that time, sometimes we have vision, we have a site, that is, we are able to see, but we don't have vision. But when we saw people on the roads, and we just, it's not a bigger thing that we've done, it's a very small thing. But when we gave them bed sheets, right, I made one point, the vision was to give them very good quality bed sheets of just 50, okay, and it went and reached only people on the platforms. And they, I saw one person there. He was just having lungi, okay, he didn't have bunny, and he was just on the platform. When we gave, he just covered it and he slept off. We went late night. And why do I share this with you? See the mindset of people. Out of the people we saw, 2 people on the platform, they said they were also having a bed sheet. Most of them didn't have, and two said, and the bed sheets were, what do I say, they were torn, and they were full of dirt, okay. But when we gave it to them, they said, at least I have this one, go and give it to the people who don't have. 2 people out of the team that we met. This really shook me. See the mindset of people. We start complaining things when we have. When we don't have anything, we don't have anything to complain. See, and that is, if those could have a heart, and we can do more for the upliftment of the society, especially. And when I speak to students, I register this point: learn in India, work for India. So that sometimes we learn and we try to shift, right? When we work for India, we have to bring India to the next, it's still a developing country. No, it should move on to be a developed country. And you and me are going to take a major part into this reformment. I once again thank Partha sir for giving me this opportunity to share my views. And all the best. A happy new year to the entire people onto this team. Thank you. God bless.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Doreen. And one aspect which you have not spoken about you that I would like to cover is your poets and your gospels. You are good at everything. So thank you very much for your thorough insight.
Yes, I could, as sir told, we are into the spiritual thing also. And I said I start my day by 4 o'clock every day, 5 to 6. I conduct a prayer meeting for the youth. It's not only the spiritual thing, just a counseling of how we handle things. Like sometimes we are stressed, we are strained, right? Just counseling that we do, and we release worship albums on. It's on to my YouTube channel that you could say. I have a small testimony to to share for just 2 minutes. On 2015, when I had been the HOD of Loyola Ecam College, I had fever. I came back home. The next day, when I was the next day I had an event. May 1st, I had an event for an inspection. I was not able to go because the fever was too high. Early morning on May 1st, when I went to the restroom, after I sat on my closet, I was not able to get up. I was not able to pass urine right from the last day of April. Then my husband carried me to the hospital, and my bladder was having 2 liters of urine, but it was not able to pass it out. And they used catheter. The next day, the sickness, I don't know what was the sickness. It became very sick. Below my hip, nothing moved. My hands, I didn't have any coordination. And they took MRI, CT, every scans they took, and the doctors, they wrote, I will not be able to walk furthermore. Okay, that was the thing they told. My toe didn't move, my below my bladder. After 13 days from the hospital, I wrote that I want to go to home. They just carried me with the catheter. They just came and kept me because I was not. Imagine below my hip, if you're not able to walk, you will not be able to rotate also. And that time, we really praise and thank God. And then they said no, and doctor said she will be able to walk only through wheelchair. After 40 days, my bladder started working little by little, and then I went to a very crucial stage. And July 2nd, my toes started moving. And at that time, my parents, my husband were the only people who were taking care of me. I avoided everybody because people come and say, you know what happened? For you, this happened. You have done so much things. And then it really puts you down. I took a decision. No, I don't want to see anybody. That time, my son was just 1.5 years. And my daughter was 5.5 years. Okay, I took, and people said, why she doesn't want to see? No, they come and put your spirit down. Okay, because now already you are in a very critical situation. And when they took MRI, CT scan, they were not able to find. I little had memory loss during that time. And after that, when I came up, now I'm taking workshops for 5 days, for 2 days, throughout standing, helping people on technologies, on corporates, onto institutions, onto faculty. It's really greatest miracle. And the doctor who wrote, I will not be able to walk, he was so amazed to see that I was able to walk again. It's the greatest miracle that God has done in my life. I'd like to praise and thank God. Thank you, Partha sir, for reminding me.
Thank you. God is really great. I also gone through such a phase very recently. I'm still fighting it out. In fact, the little bit of memory retardation happens and the tentility is not there. But still, I'm trying to do more and more shows and trying to come out of it. Thank you very much for the emotional delivery. I know Kalapan, a young lady from deep south Coimbatore, Miss